For a week in review, it looks like we had some sideways drift. I'm very happy about that. It was still a volatile week where we're up and down a lot within the week, but it was a very sideways and flat week. That's kind of what I've been hoping for the past couple weeks, a flattening. Ever since the start of the second rally, that first day, I was like, this feels a little too hot. And it's kind of just felt a little too hot the whole time. Now in hindsight, the whole thing's been warranted. There was always necessary reason to rally. The curve was beginning to flatten, but it was getting a little too hot, and days were getting a little too hot consecutively. So to see a flat week, it's very exciting for me. I'm very happy to see a flat week. The market, while it was still volatile in the week, seems to have found a level that it's comfortable with. So there's still economic uncertainty, a lot of jobs lost. Obviously, we know that, but a lot's going to change. A lot's going to change after coronavirus. A lot's changing in the midst of the pandemic. So we need to consider that in our valuations and how we look at the market and companies and possible missed sales and possible growing sales. So we're slightly off the all-time highs, not as much as I would like to be, honestly, but we're slightly off the all-time highs. It doesn't look like we're going to push back to the all-time highs until the pandemic is over, which is necessary. We were getting a little too close and on trajectory that was pushing us a little too close to that area. So again, I'm very happy that we're flattening out, it seems, and I'm very comfortable at these levels. Now, am I buying? If I didn't have full positions in CRISPR, in Virgin Galactic, in Jumia, and these other stocks I own and like, I probably would be. And I would have a long-term time horizon. So if you're new to the market, if you're looking to just get in, you should be buying. You should be filling out your portfolio. Valuations are fair right now. Now, I did all my aggressive buying a couple weeks ago when valuations were good. They're no longer good. They're fair. The reason why we're not at all-time highs is because there's economic uncertainty. That said, we're in the beginning stages of a new bull run. It's going to be a long-term bull run. Bear markets are very quick. Bull markets and sharp. Bull markets are very long, but less sharp. They go up slower than they come down. So we have to look at the market through that frame of mind. Like, we don't need to rush in. I was more on the aggressive selling before coronavirus. When I was first seeing that we had all the good news and there was incoming bad news. Now it's more like we've had all the bad news. Now we need to get back to GDP growth, economic growth, returning of earnings, returning of guidance, returning to good employment levels. And these things don't happen overnight like they do on the negative end when the economy turns off. We turn the economy on in theory, but it's not that fast in practice. So with that in mind, we have to factor that into our risk assessment and be like, do I buy all of this at this price now because I expect it to go up in 3 years? Well, you can if you don't have any positions, and you should if you don't have any positions. But if you've only got 10, 15% cash left like I do, I've taken all my big risk and all my big reward looking positions. Now I'm kind of just waiting for good opportunities. I've got more discretion with how I use my cash. So it's all about your ability to have discretion. If you have a lot of cash, if you're 100% in cash, yeah, you should be less discretionary. You should still buy the best products and the best value and, do that to your kind of time horizon. But if you've only got a little bit of cash left, if you've been watching these videos and have been buying for a long time and you're past the heavy buying stages, let's still, wait for a pullback. Let's still wait for a good opportunity. Let's still wait for an IPO drop. Let's still wait for either some good news that we think is good news, but even better news in reality than it's being factored in, or a pullback that was a little too hard, and we want to buy that. So right now I'm kind of more looking for opportunities in a state of patience, or looking to get better value for stocks I already own than I am trying to use my cash because we're going on a long-term bull run. I definitely, I'm not trying to discount that long-term bull run, but if you've already bought and you've only got a little bit of cash left, you've positioned yourself for that bull run. You don't need to be doing anything except sitting patiently, fellas. There's some downturn, which there could be, We just came off a massive rally. Now we're flattening. Are we going to pull back a little bit? I think we could, but I would like to see us remain flat. I don't want to see us going higher from here. I don't. So if we see a pullback, I'll return to adding to some of my positions. I look at the market the way it's moving, and I don't really give a fuck. I just want to buy the stocks I want to buy for the long term, which I've, talked about a lot, individual pieces, some of which, I have a lot more that I'm not getting into. It's just not got the time of the day for that. And that's, if you want me to manage for you, get some good results, be beating the market pretty much every day this week. And for the last 2-3 months, pretty much like my whole life, but there was a period of time where I didn't have money in the market. I had money in card. So, yeah. So that's it for this video. Be discretionary if you've got a little bit of cash left. If you don't have a little bit of cash left, if you got a lot of cash left, don't be afraid to buy, but do keep some dry powder for potential opportunities or a little bit of a pullback. If you've got zero cash or zero stocks, I would go in 60% into stocks right now out of the 100% you're trying to spend into stocks. You should be diversified across asset classes. I don't think you need to be super diversified within stocks. Pick winners. And until next time, peace.